Hey everyone, it's Mona at Craft Clutch, and I have another craft for you. And with Halloween coming ever closer, I am going to make a witch hat. I'm going to make this witch hat out of craft foam. And I had a hard time finding, I was looking for big sheets of craft foam to make this, and I couldn't find it, but they had a roll of craft foam. And I thought, that'll look just fine. So what we need to do is find a good place to spread this out. And we're going to be making a cone, like we've done many times before. So you're going to need to have a string and a pencil. Now, finding the corner of my sheet, I am going to, I know roughly how tall I want it to be, and that's really what you're going to base this off of. So if I go this tall, I'm going to hold it on the corner. And then I'm just going to run the pencil. You're just holding it tight and run it both ways until it comes off of the edges. And if that all worked fine, then we should have a good cone. I'm going to cut it out. And I love cutting craft foam. So this is how we're going to create the cone. Now I'm going to do something a little different with this. Let me put this down here, keep it down. I want to make this so where I can kind of bend it and adjust it and give it a different look. And what I'm going to do is I have this wire from the dollar store, and I'm just going to kind of straighten it out a little bit. Just like that. And then I'm going to take some wire cutters and snip it off. And I'm going to take some duct tape. And this is all going to be on the inside, so you won't see any of it. What I'm going to do is take the wire and put it on the duct tape. And then I'm going to place it down here. And then I'm going to put it down, kind of help adhere the tape a little bit, run it down again. Okay, once I have that in there, I can create my cone. And what I normally would do is glue it together, and I am not going to do that this time because I thought I don't really need to do it that way. What I'm going to do is trim off this duct tape right here so you don't see that. And I'm going to run it along one of the edges. So I have that, and then I'm going to trim it off of this side, and then I'm going to roll it. I think I'll start at the top just to make sure I can get it as neat as possible. With any luck, we can get a decent seam going. There you have it. And if it comes out just a little bit crooked, like I have a little extra there, all you do is trim it on down, and there's the cone starting for the hat. The next thing we need to do is the brim of the hat. So again, we need to get our sheet out and our pencil and our string. And what we need to do is figure out how big we want the brim of the hat to be. So let's see, I want it to be about that big. So what I'm going to do is take it, fold it in half. Now I know where the center is, and now I'm going to just hold my string from there. And I'm going to kind of place it in different places to make sure I'm not going to run off of the sheet when I'm doing this. And there you go. Then all you need to do is grab your scissors and cut it. Now because this is, here it is, because it is kind of curly, because it was rolled up, all I'm going to do is take my heat gun, blow dryer might work, and just kind of heat it up and kind of pat it down so it kind of stays in that shape rather than continually wanting to curl up. You just don't need to add that much heat because you don't want to melt it. Okay, it's a little floppy and I like that. If you don't like that, that's okay. You can certainly you can do 2 layers and put a wire in between it if you wanted to, just like they kind of do with the store-bought ones. They'll have a wire on the edging. Or you can put fabric over it and put the wire in there. So all I'm doing now is I'm cutting the hole. And then I'm just cutting 4 slits into it so that it gives me a little bit of leeway just for it to sit a little bit tighter on my head. And you can put more if you need to, or deeper if you need to. And there, now you can see it fits on my head. Now we need to take the other part and finish her off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue this on, and then I'm going to come back and kind of trim it up with stuff. I'm back to finish up the witch hat, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of keep it simple, and you can go crazy, go with a ton of glitter if you want. On this particular one I'm not going to. I have this black ribbon, and what I'm going to do just to cover the seam, I'm going to kind of measure it, give it a snip, and then I'm going to cut it. Let me take this tape off. I'm going to kind of cut it into a point. And I'm going to use hot glue. You don't have to use hot glue. You could use just a plain white glue. And this is just to camouflage this just a little bit. I'm going to put just a dab of the glue on the end. I'm just going to press it down. And then I'm going to just put a bead, very thin bead, down in here. I'm going to snip off the end, and there it is so far. And now what I found, I went through my stuff. I have this old trim that I had left over from another project a long time ago, and I'm just going to cut it. And you could put like a ribbon band around. I'm just choosing to do this for a little bit of a different look. I'm going to hot glue it into place, let that all cool into place, and now we've got our witch hat. And you could do all kinds of things still. Remember, we have the wire in there, so we can bend it. We can bend it over to the side, or any way we want, just so it's not quite so stiff. Or you could go, you know, one way, another way, like that, so it looks like it's a little crushed. And you can add other little touches, like maybe a spider. I think I'm going to hot glue that one right there. I'm going a little monochromatic here so that all my other accessories can kind of bring the color together. Now, let me put that. And make sure that you stay tuned for how I put a whole witch outfit and everything together. So here it is right now. Hope you like it. Hope you give it a try. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the other things that go with this whole witch theme, and we will see you next time. Happy crafting. Thanks for watching.